Well, this is almost kind of a cruel problem because you just kind of have to do all of them and then wonder which ones are all equal to this. Well, um, this x moves up, becomes x to the third. That y moves down, becomes y to the first on the bottom. There's your x and your y. That's consistent. 24 over 20 reduces to 6 over 5. That is equivalent. Okay? This thing here seems upside down compared to that, but guess what? It's raised to a negative power, so you flip everything and it's exactly equal to that. Oh yeah, we're on a roll. These negatives are going to be both can become positives. Okay? The fact that the 5 stays on top and the 6 stays on the bottom because they're not negative exponents means this is not the same. So we don't have to go any further. The more you can do that, the better, my people. Square everything, and you got to keep track of the fact that you're squaring a 6 and then you're squaring an x to the fourth. When you square a 6, that's a 36. When you square an x to the fourth, it's not a 16. It's an x to the 8th power because you're multiplying the exponents. Then you've got a y to the negative fourth. That's the top. Now you're multiplying these guys here. This is going to give you a 30, 6 times the 5. And then you've got your x to the 5th and your y to the negative third. Okay, 36 over 36 goes into both 6 times and 5 times, so far that works out. Your x to the 8th is 3 more than your x to the 5th, leaving you with an x to the 3rd on top. That works out. And your y, if you move that guy down, and yes, you can move that up, but if you're moving more to the bottom, then you're saying you now have a y to the 4th power. If you don't always have to move everything, if you move the 4 down and you can now subtract the 3, you now have just a y on the bottom. So again, we see that that is in fact the same. Okay, and now up top, you've I see what they're trying to do to us here. 2 times 3 is 6. X to the negative third and x to the negative first, that's x to the negative fourth. That right there is going to make this. They wanted to see if you were going to multiply those, and if you did, you'd multiply to get a positive 3, and you'd say, ooh, that one works, but you're wrong, or you would have been wrong. Of course, you're right, because you figured it out, you sniffed it out. That's all. It is not one of the answers.